Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Where we left off, well, we're looking at a little bit of a food shortage situation going on here. We have 60,000 calories, which is enough for now, but um, with the amount of people we have, it's definitely not a sustainable amount, especially if it trends downward over time, which my guess is that it does. We'll see as we progress. And then if we look back over here's not too bad, but they're not running out of oxygen, but they're not quite where they need to be. So I need to start getting into here, getting these wheeze warts, and starting to get that stuff mopped up a little bit. So let's, and then here, I don't think we're doing anything here right now. So let's take a look on our planetoid. Yeah, our rocket is parked. It's out of sugar, so that all needs to be kind of refilled. So let's give it some time. I think we're still struggling with some power issues here, so we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on that throughout the episode and make sure we do as much as we can to deal with that, coupled with everything we need to do to remedy all the other problems we're having. So let's take a look here. We did get all of our plug slugs kind of stuck here, and they're contributing to our power now, which is good. And there's two slug eggs, which are just gonna further add to it. Um, we are currently working on expanding some of our bedrooms, so we're getting some decorations, some comfy beds up and running. I'd like to be able to get rid of the last of these cots and finally move everybody into better bedrooms. So it's still not perfect, but we're slowly but surely getting there. I'm gonna issue just a general sweep command to sweep some of the stuff up. This is currently kind of locked in place for now, which is fine because we have plenty of liquid right now. We don't have to worry too much about that. The big issue we have right now is actually food. Yeah, we're down to 35,000 calories. That did not go very well. That went very rapidly. So, all right, what we need to do is we need to start sweeping some stuff. It looks like our refrigerators are full. What are they full of? Looks like mostly medicine and meal lice. Boy. Okay. So we need to build some more refrigerators, I think. How much is on this power line? I think we could probably steal another two. Should be fine. I do want to kind of automate the shipping of these bristleberries down to this area. So let's look at getting some auto sweepers set up. All right, so that's there. That can go there, and then we could have one more over here. All right, it goes to there. And we're gonna miss a spot. It says that's occupied space. That's just because of the light. I guess I could do that. Nope, that misses. That misses one there. So I'm gonna tear this picture out so I can get the auto sweeper, and I could build a picture somewhere else. That's fine. All right. Along with those auto sweepers, we're gonna need some conveyor rails. All right, let's take a look here. Where do we want the rail system to go? Well, first off, we're gonna need some conveyor loaders. Bridge across this. Like the output here. This could just go. I don't know where I'm gonna put the thing. Probably somewhere in this area. Right. Conveyor rail. That can go down here. And then I think I want to unload it like right here. Because it's got to get cooked first before it gets refrigerated. So just drop it by the grill. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and wire up the power for this stuff. Let's see. Do we have electricity up here? We do. It's close to max power. Now, all this stuff's not going to run at the same time, so I don't think it's that big of a deal to go over, but it could be problematic. All right, let's go ahead and get this built, get this deconstructed. All right, let's get this conveyor receptacle. Well, first we got to get auto sweeper. Yeah, they could just go one over. That's all we need. Conveyor loader. Have this rail go up. Plug it all in. Okay. We should be in business there. It's going to take a little time to actually run around and do all those things. I am getting some refrigerators built. I do specifically want them to store edible stuff. All right. We do have a chef that's working pretty full time to get this all converted as fast as possible. What do we have over here? So stuffed berries required. So gristleberries are, interestingly, our current shortage. So we got some barbecue cooking up over there. Should be working on the gristleberries. Maybe I need a second grill. We have all the stuff for gristleberries. They're all just laying right here. All right, so we want edible, right? That's what we want loaded up here. So we should see, well, it's loading it, but the belt's not fully built yet, so. Copy those settings over. At least that'll save some time on the hauling if that all gets picked up and just dropped right here. Although very expensive for as far as power consumption goes. Although again, they're not running all the time. They just kind of run when they need to be run. All right, so let's take a look at our oxygen production's doing good. Critter starvation. Okay, so body temperature is a problem here. It's too hot. So we need to cool down this room somehow. It's getting warm over here, but not too terribly hot. All right, so plumbing wise, oh, that's interesting. We must have never completed this pipe. This is cold liquid. All right, let's try to get that all built. Mop this up a little bit. At least if this can get fed. I don't even know if it needs the water. Oh, you know what? They're harvesting this meal lice. So we need to... Yeah, why is it on the ground if it's set to not harvest? It's interesting. So we definitely have to get this figured out sooner than later. I do want to kind of increase the priority on that to get that done. Let's set this to priority 9 to get that moving. How are we doing over here? We're still pumping all the air out. We got the airlock all set. Okay, so there is no open air, I don't think, here. No, we're down to grams. Okay, so this is good. This is all slowly but surely working its way through here. It is a steel gas pump too, so that means we can just kind of rewire it and send it up here, because this is going to output gas at 500C, which is super hot. This is still gonna like overheat at that temperature, but hopefully we'll be able to manage it somehow. What is broken? These gas reservoirs, they've been broken forever. Let's just deconstruct them. I don't think I need them for anything. Okay, so what is going on down here? So we have water reaching over here. I'd prefer if we could actually do like a radiant pipe situation. Let's deconstruct this. And then we are gonna do just a regular liquid pipe into there. Let the radiant pipe come around. And then we'll just go into here. And at least that'll cycle some of that water. Should help with the temperature. Wait, why are we not? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, let's do priority 9 on all that stuff. And we should also mop this up because it's kind of a mess. We are still pumping out water over here. Okay. So we need electricity for this stuff. How much power do we have? We probably have enough to make this happen. Let's go ahead and connect that up. We could at least get some of that going. And that will let us start excavating over here and kind of dealing with that nonsense. How are we doing on the room size here? It's still too small. So these guys are probably cramped and glum and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to increase the room size over here. Actually, if I just deconstruct this block, it should open all this up. So I'll be curious to see what size it is then. I might have to fix that. Okay, I'm getting an unpermitted food error. Okay, so we have bristleberries. Let's do a priority 7 on all this automation stuff just to get it done. We are definitely getting a little desperate on the food. I might have to start killing off some of these pips just to get some food. The other thing I might do over here, I think I'm going to uproot this, and then I'm going to plant a wheezewort just to kind of cool down the area. I don't want this polluted oxygen leaking into here. I really need to get that cleaned up as fast as possible, so let's do that. Try to get that taken care of. All right, how big is this room now? This room is 96 tiles, which is exactly the size it needs to be. Perfect. We are still cleaning up, getting that carbon dioxide in here. All right, the mopping has commenced. The cool water is starting to reach this. I see the it's starting to grow. It's not perfect, but it is starting to grow. I think it is heating up though. All right, let's take a look at what we got on our printing pod. So I'll take some copper. I think that's fine. Don't need any of that stuff. We need more refined metals. So I think we need to maybe increase this. Let's just make like 50 of that. All right, our food increased drastically. And I think that has to do with stuffed berries and pepper bread was made. So that's all good. We do need to get sleet wheat grain up and running at some point. But even the stuffed berries should at least be getting made. These gristleberries are not getting cranked out as fast as they should. All right, so why are they not eating at the mess table? That's the question. I guess I should build a couple mess tables in here and a water cooler. Kind of become the de facto kitchen area. All right, so we do have bristleberries just kind of chilling here, which was the goal of this, right? So why are these not getting picked up? Let's take a look at the automation here. So bristleberries should be being picked up. They're being ignored. Is it not complete? No, the path is complete. I don't know why those aren't being picked up. They're in range. Oh, this is not in range. Interesting. Okay. Actually, if I can move this conveyor loader over, maybe I could put it vertically here. Let's deconstruct this. Copy settings, and then wire this up. All right, that should be... There we go. Now it's picking it up. All right, so everything's in range. Perfect. So everything's getting automatically delivered right to the grill, and the grill is cooking away. Hopefully that will resolve, or at least make our food problem better. Still don't know if it's 100%, but probably need to up the priority on this. Get this stuff in the fridge. We're definitely not spending enough time putting stuff in the fridge. There we go. Now they're putting stuff in the fridge. Hopefully it won't rot now. Or at least it'll rot slower. Okay, let's take a look at what else we can start chipping away at here. How's our power situation, by the way? I haven't really checked it. It's dipping down to almost nothing, but it isn't bottoming out, which is good. Let's set our destination for just going into space again. I think we have enough food. Yeah, we don't want to store gristleberries up here. That doesn't do us any good. We definitely have plenty of plastic, so I think we could send off to space after we get maybe a little more food in here. All right, so let's, you know what, that 10 kilograms of barbecue. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a lot of food. We're good. Oh, I have it restricted. Okay. So let's get the crew in here. And actually, let's just do a launch. That'll stop everybody else from coming into here. All right, here we go. Back into space. It's kind of a cool effect. Okay, Harold, you can take off that suit and then go to town, buddy. So some of our food went to here. That was part of the problem. So, all right, how are we doing over here? We got plug slugs climbing all over the place. We probably should wrangle them and put them into a spot we know will produce power, but we're not that desperate for power over here. This really isn't much of a concern. Temperature wise, these things are doing better. Still not great, but they are producing now, at least. Oh, we got a genetic mutation there as well. We have some carbon dioxide building up at the bottom again. Looks like we're still... we're not actively piping anything out, I don't think. I definitely want to avoid going into here because of the zombie spores, which I don't have a cure for at the moment. I do have to figure out this polluted water situation, though. This is getting a little concerning. Uh-oh. I see starvation on another planetoid. We'll have to figure that out. All right, so there's a little bit of polluted water at the bottom here. Is there any zombie spores in this immediate area? Let's take a look. There's not. It's all here. So as long as we keep this locked, we should be okay. Okay, should be able to put a pump down here and pump up some of this water. That's our current issue, finding enough water. I mean, if we melt all this, this will definitely make enough water. Is there any... Okay, so there is something over here. We should probably go and dig this out. If anything, just to take a look at what it is. Let's go ahead and do that. Something is entombed. Apparently it's still ice that's melting and being picked up over and over again. All right, what is the food? Oh, okay, so the food is resolving. That's much higher calories than we had. All right. How is the critter situation going? I know we were converting these all to stone hatches. These pips are going on a little out of control. This is all... It's all set to stone hatches. Well, these three anyway. We still have some regular hatches, but it's slowly converting to stone hatches. I think as they die off, the new critters are only stone hatches. It's a little silly, but I am gonna prioritize mopping, just because everybody's getting like the wet feet malice, and I really want to get rid of that. It looks like our slicksters are going a little ham here. But the gas pressure should be getting relatively high enough to keep pumping the carbon dioxide up in here. All right, the rest of our base is looking pretty decent oxygen-wise. If you look at the bulk of it, it's pretty good. The polluted oxygen's getting cleaned up. There's not more being generated over here anymore, so let's mop up the rest of that. Get that out of the way. Soggy feet. All right, so our water situation here is getting better, or at least they're eating and not starving to death anymore. So that problem's resolved, at least temporarily. I do want to put a wart seed here, because that could just ambiently cool the room, and it's attached to the radiant pipe, so that'll help kind of get that down. We're looking at 21 cycles before this fills up. This is down to like just very small grams of air. So there should be a vacuum within another couple cycles, well before this goes, and then we can kind of just bulldoze this and kind of rebuild it all. Let's go ahead and look at the blueprint. I mean, it looks like we're kind of actually low on fertilizer, so I'll go ahead and print more of that. Are we actually doing anything to generate fertilizer? I don't think so. We probably should. Oh, we do have some sleet wheat going up here. Should probably expand that at some point. All right, so fertilizer. We should probably put something down here where this is all kind of nasty and not very good. We are getting oxygen pumped to this now, so these suits are starting to fill up. Do I have this turned on? I think I want clearance vacancy, so that they only come through if there's a vacant suit slot. And I do want to get to digging some of this out here. I want to take a look at what, if anything, because there's only like 3 neutroniums. And sometimes that means there's nothing here, but if there's nothing here, there's probably something here. I'd like to get some like volcano power up and running. If anything, we could just like hard tap into this magma and start drawing some power from there. So we definitely have some opportunity. Let's go to, while that's getting dug out, let's go to this other planetoid, take a look at what we found over here. We found a chlorine gas vent, which doesn't do us much good. Why did you do that? I don't know. All right, what else can we dig out and discover over here? There's something here. We could probably tap into that. Although, pretty toasty over here. We could dig maybe to here. That should at least uncover it, although it'll still be blocked off, so that'll keep it from erupting or doing anything. Is this, I mean, 58 is high, but it's not overly high. I think we can do okay with that. All right, we need to dig out some more of this mud. So there could be a water output here. And if we output that, to this, it should feed into this. So maybe a priority 9 on this, get this built. And then maybe this sledge press we could start like purging some of this mud and whatever. And that'll, help refill our water situation here. So it could be a win-win by doing that. At least it'll buy us some time while we sort out the rest of the stuff. Our toilets. So we must have something wrong with the schedule here, because yeah, we got way too many people on the same schedule. Let's move Nicola. I think we need to make another schedule here. All right, let's just fill that in with work, and then we were trending this way. So this way to bedtime, bath time. All right, so now we need to move. Let's see, Nails, Ren, Travoldo. Nails, Ren, and Travoldo. Okay. That should solve the bathroom problem, hopefully. That's probably where all this polluted water was coming from, that I had no idea what was going on there. This is going to consume more electricity, so we're probably going to run into some battery problems again. But we'll see how that goes. I do want to map up all this water as well. Okay, so we should be in a decent place over here. The other thing we could do is we could send over some of this polluted water from, maybe from here. We could clean it up and we could pipe it into the teleporter and send it to our other planetoid, which has a shortage of water. We'll kind of remedy that situation a little bit. All right, so I think this might be a good place to put the cut in. Let me take a look at real quick before I call it. Let's. Oh, there is a volcano right here. Okay, so we could definitely tap into this volcano and purge some or generate some power and simultaneously purge some excess water here. All right, so we will start working on volcano taming in the next one. I think that's good. How are we doing up here? Harold is breathing okay for now, but okay, that was a problem. So we just wasted most of this trip because I had plastic restricted from him for some reason. I must have clicked something wrong when I last messed with that. Let's mop this up. Although some of that's probably just melting ice. Okay, so we seem to have remedied our food situation. Everything's kind of trending in the right direction with the food again. We are slowly but surely working our way out of our power problem. It seems to be stabilized, and we have a volcano. We could start taming and trying to like produce stuff down here. We have no issues with carbon dioxide. That's all getting pumped into here and eaten by the slicksters. If anything, they're gonna run into a problem at some point that they're just gonna be starving because there's not enough carbon being generated anymore. On our other planetoid, it looks like we are kind of figuring out this whole sledge press situation. Yeah, so we're gonna get this mud all figured out. We're gonna have regular water and polluted water, hopefully eventually sorted into the right buckets. But you know, we're making some progress in that regard as well. So everything is going okay for now, and I will take okay over not okay any day of the week. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one. If you like the video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel to see more content in the future.